8 games on tap in the association. I've got them all for you. You're in the jungle, Jack. Let's make some cheddar. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to the jungle. We're going to jump right in. If you're looking for my best bet of the day, that's called my $5 favorite. There's a link for it in the comment section. If you're looking to become a member and you want to roll with everything I'm rolling with today and every day, go to silverbackjungle.com or text free trial to the number on your screen. Today's quest begins in Orlando. We got Charlotte plus 6.5 taking on the Magic, the over-under 228.5. Charlotte's been a very good road team against the spread as an underdog, 14-7 against the number. Their last 21 road games when lined as a dog. And in their last 20 games, they're 65% against this number they're catching today of plus 6.5. Orlando can't seem to get it together with all their superstars back in the lineup, and they're just 20% against the spread when laying today's number of minus 6.5. I would take the points with those pesky Hornets, and I'd consider Brandon Miller of Charlotte over 24.5 points plus rebounds. He's leading Charlotte in usage over the last 10 games, and the second day of a back-to-back, the day twos, his last two of those, he's had 28 and 27 points plus rebounds. Denver minus 5.5 in our nation's capital, taking on the Wiz Show over under 232.5. Now, they just played January 17th, and the Wizards were 10.5 point underdog, and the Joker was out in that game too. I don't think these teams are 5 points different in 5 days. I think this is mislined. The Wizards have lost 7 straight games and failed to cover the spread in 6 of them. Denver is 6-1 on the road their last 7 games against the spread. Lay the points with the Nuggets and consider Aaron Gordon over 18.5 points. Houston minus 2.5 at Philadelphia. The over-under 221.5. The Sixers 5-12 against the spread their last 17 home games, and they've lost 3 of their last 4 straight up. The Rockets have won 3 straight. They've seemed to have gotten things back turned around, and 4 of their last 5, including a win over the Spurs last game. The Rockets are the number 1 defensive rebounding team in the association, and the Sixers rely a lot on second chance points. They're top 10 in second chance points scored. That should be taken away tonight by this Rockets rebounding defense. And Joel Embiid is going to have a whale of a time defending and keeping up with Alperen Sengun. Embiid is a terrible defender. I like the Rockets minus the 2.5, and I like Alperen Sengun over 34.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. He's got a median of 38 per game and a median of 43 over his last 5. Golden State minus 5.5 taking on Dallas. The over-under 232.5. I think this is too many points for the Warriors to lay without Jimmy Butler. Golden State's a bad road team, Jack. Just 8-13 on the road this season and 35% against the spread. The Mavericks are 13-11 at home and 67% against this number of plus 5.5. Take the Mavericks with the points and consider Najee Marshall of Dallas over 15.5 points. He's over this in 5 consecutive games with a median of 22 per game. Guys, got to pay bills just for a second. MyBookie.ag is a sponsor of the show. The reason I selected them, well, you should have as many sports books as your state allows and price shop for every single line. If you don't, you're leaving money on the table. MyBookie.ag is legal in all 50 states, and they have a deal for Jungle viewers. Open up a new account today at MyBookie.ag using promo code SILVERBACK. And if your first bet doesn't hit, it's refunded up to $500. Now we got Chicago plus 9.5. At Minnesota, over-under is 238.5. Minnesota has lost 3 straight. Chicago's won 3 of their last 4 and covered this number of 9.5 in 6 straight games. Minus 9.5, the number that the Wolves have to deal with today, has been a problem for them, covering that just 34% of contests this season. I would take the boatload of points with Chicago, and I would consider Kobe White over 19.5 points. He's over this in 4 of his last 5 games and in 73% of games this season. Josh Giddey should be returning in this game, and that won't affect Kobe White's usage either. He's just a tick below that when Josh Giddey is in the lineup. I like Kobe White in this game. Spurs minus 12.5 at Utah. Over under 238.5. This is a big number. I'm not willing to lay it, but I'm also not willing to bet the Jazz. So let's attack the total and let's go over the 238.5. These are the number 5 Jazz and number 9 Spurs highest scoring teams in the NBA. Utah Jazz games averaged 247 points this season, bless their heart, and 75% of Utah's last 20 games have gone over this total. Also consider Stefan Castle of San Antonio to go over 7.5 assists. He's over this in 5 straight games, and he's been more of a facilitator than he has a shooter as of recent. Miami at Portland. It's a pick'em game, and we're going to pick Portland. The over-under is 239.5. It's a good spot for Portland because the Heat are playing their 3rd consecutive game on the opposite coast of the country. That shit wears you down, Jack. Portland's been home and rested since January 18th. The Blazers also 7-1 straight up in their last 8 home games. Take Portland on the money line and consider Denny Avia over 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He has a median of 48 PRA, as the kids call it, over his last 5 games. And the last game on the docket today is the Battle of Los Angeles. It's the Lakers and the Clippers. Another pick'em game. I do like those. Over under 235.5. Now, Kawhi Leonard is questionable, and we can't come up with a meaningful handicap, a responsible handicap, until we get the information if Kawhi's playing. If Kawhi plays, it's pretty simple. I like the Clippers at home. If he doesn't, I like the Lakers. So wait on that. Check it out. Probably close to tip. After shoot around, they'll make an assessment on him. But either way, I like Marcus Smart of the Lakers over 14.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's over this line in 5 consecutive games with a median of 18 per game. Guys, leave your favorite NBA plays in the comment section for me. I'll check them out, and I'll reply politely. And I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.